and I put my hand in the pocket and my wallet's not there. And I'm like, okay, nobody panic.
I'm not panicking. Everybody stay calm. Like this shit's in the office.
I'm the type of person that gets so paranoid when putting like the alarm.
Bro, alarm anxiety is so real.
And at that point, I broke.
Did you start crying?
I started
in
crying
the airport.
In the airport.
Oh my god.
Sophia's Travel Adventures today.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to his podcast. My name is Oscar. This is my sister Sofia. The bitch mocking me right there, that's Sofia. This is our podcast. It's called the Hits Podcast. HTS, no I. I didn't call her a bitch. I did, but I said it like I meant it. And
no,
here's the problem.
No, he called
Shut
me a
up.
bitch.
Here's the problem.
And I'm gonna cry, and I have insecurity issues because of him. And now, when I get a boyfriend who treats me like shit, it's because all I've known is men, aka Oscar, who treat me like shit, and I'm like, okay, that's normal. So it's all Oscar.
Lying ass bitch.
See?
No, I'm just kidding. I've said this before, but I'm going to mention it again. I feel very conflicted calling my sisters bitch, right? Because I feel like I shouldn't. Because I'm like, that's your sister. Don't say that. But they're so mean sometimes, right? And they call me bitch. And I'm like, okay, I don't think they're seriously... Like, if I told you that I'm not okay with you calling me that, I feel like you would just call me that more. You know what I mean? And so then I'm like, to a certain extent, I'm like, I have to, stand up for myself and say it back. But then right there, that was kind of unnecessary. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't do that. But then she did what she did, pretended she was the victim. And I'm like,
I didn't pretend
see,
shit,
now
bitch.
you deserve it. Anyways, what's up, Sofia? How have you been? What's been going on? What are we doing? Do we have topics?
I have something I want to talk to you about. I have a story.
Oh, fuck.
These are called Sophia's Travel Adventures today. Except it wasn't today.
That's the today was so good. The today was perfect. Sophia's Travel Adventures today.
What's it called? Okay, so
I don't know.
We recently went to Florida for my birthday. You, me, and our mother. Hi, Mom. Thing is, we all flew out from like different places, right? So I'm flying out of Minnesota. So I'm flying alone to Florida, right? And I am the type of person that gets so paranoid when putting like the alarm for the day that I feel like I can't, if I'm flying out on a Monday, I'm like, but what if my fat fucking finger accidentally presses Tuesday and I don't realize I pressed Tuesday on my alarm and then I fall, you know what I mean? So then I get really anxious. So I'll put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like I put the whole fucking week. There's no fucking way.
We're such losers. We're such losers. Alarm anxiety is so real. I always get like, I check to make sure, because I don't always have to get up at a certain time to go do something specific. But because I don't have to do that on a regular basis, when I do have to do it, it's like, fuck, like I cannot sleep in tomorrow. I cannot not get up. Like, nah.
I just fucking can't.
I'll check my alarm like 5 times and I'll be there trying to go to sleep, but I'm worried that I'm not going to wake up when I hear my alarm. So that stresses me out. So I can't sleep. So, and I feel like a bitch, but at the same time, I'm like, it makes logical sense, but maybe I just need to chill the fuck out.
Anyways, I get overly anxious.
I also set the alarm for every day. I never set an alarm for just like Monday at 7. I do it for every day and I put it at 7. That's fucking funny. Today.
Well, I do everything, right? Every day. And even if I read the alarm and see that it's Tuesday and I'm supposed to wake up Tuesday, I'm like, what if my dumbass accidentally thinks it's tomorrow's Tuesday, but tomorrow's actually Wednesday, right? So I get paranoid. So I do it for the whole week, right? So the day before, I'm like, the alarm. I set the alarm, go to sleep. And I pack everything the night before, right? Thing is, for work, I usually wake up like 5:15-ish. So I go to sleep because it's a Friday to Saturday. We're flying out Saturday morning. I go to sleep. And then I wake up like at 5 o'clock-ish and I just really have to pee. And I think it's just like my internal body alarm that's like, bitch, you usually pee at this time. Come on, time to get up. Time to get up and go piss, So I go up and I go pee. And I set my alarm for, I had set my alarm for 5:50. So I went and I checked the time and it was 5 o'clock. And I was like, that's like 50 more minutes. I'm going back to sleep, right? And then I go to sleep. And then, it's one of those things where, like, you're kind of awake, but you're still not awake, but you're not falling asleep.
Yeah, like you're conscious, but you're not like fully, you know.
Yeah, and like I'm like, fuck it. Like it was already close. If I look at the alarm and it's fucking like 5:45, I'm just gonna get up and start my day. Like fuck this, right? And I get up and I check my alarm, and it's fucking 6:10. And I need to leave my apartment at 6:20. And I was like, what the fuck? I set my alarm for every single fucking day. What the fuck do you mean it's 6:10? The alarm didn't go off. And then I checked the alarm and it was for PM. I set it for PM and not AM. And I was like a fucking idiot. Like a fucking idiot. I put it for every single fucking day, but I didn't check if it was AM or PM. So that's how my day started on Saturday. And I was just like, ooh. Thankfully, everything's already all packed. And I already used the restroom earlier. So, like, I just used the restroom again because I take a morning poop. So I use the restroom for that. And then I brush my teeth. And I'm like, fuck my hair. It's just going to be crazy. Oh, well. And then I leave, right? And then I make it on time. And I take a shuttle, which takes me to the airport. And that shuttle drives like an hour and a half-ish, right? So I go to the shuttle, like, headquarter things, park my car, get there on time, get in the car, it's fine. Or get in the shuttle, it's fine. And then for whatever fucking reason, the universe decided, hey, you're going to have allergies right now, right this instance. And I don't usually get allergies. So I'm there in the shuttle. I'm there in the shuttle with all these fucking strangers. And I'm like, every 2 seconds. And eventually that stops being enough, you know? And like I could feel it like dripping down, and I'm like, fuck. And
you let it drip down your face?
And I already checked my bag to see if I had any tissues or anything like that. And I was just like, no fucking tissues. So then I'm wearing a jacket, and I'm like, fuck it. And so I kind of grabbed the inside of the jacket, and I kind of like plugged my nose like that for a little bit.
Ew.
Cause I'm like, I'm not trying to let it like drip all over my face and like lip it, like, you know what I mean? That's gross. I'd rather be on my jacket and wash my jacket whenever we get to the place we were staying, right? And so it's there. And then I deal with that the whole drive there. And the thing is, it was kind of spring break-ish time, like kind of the tail end of spring break time. But also, we're in a partial government shutdown. And so I was like, I've been seeing like TSA lines are kind of getting like fucking crazy, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't want to get there and then accidentally miss my flight because of TSA lines. So I get there like an hour early, like to the place an hour early, right? And I'm already TSA pre-check approved, so that usually goes by quicker. But I'm like, just on that off chance, I want to still make sure I get there like early, right? So I get there a whole hour before I'm like before I'm supposed to even like board, right? And thankfully, I go right through. There's no lines. Everything's chilled out by then. I'm like, okay, wonderful, amazing, great, like, great, right? I'm like, the day's turning up. I go to a restroom once I finally get into the thing, blow my nose. Everything's great.
Bro, you said I go to the restroom once I finally get my thing? And that to me seemed like do a fucking line and go out about my day. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a great day.
No, not funny. It is funny. Also, if you guys don't know, Sofia had a habit of making Coke jokes on this podcast for like 2 weeks. It was fucking annoying. But anyway,
they were hilarious. Oscar just didn't want to accept it. Anyways,
I don't think it's the best thing for Sofia's career. Personally.
Fair enough. Valid point. But anyways,
dumbass.
Still funny jokes. So I get the TSA, blow my nose. I'm like, the day's turning up. It's great. I'm here an hour early. You know what? I'm going to treat myself. It's my birthday weekend, you know? I'm going to go and actually sit down at a restaurant and like not just get like McDonald's or like whatever. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah. You got time, myself. Whatever.
I got time. Exactly. I have time.
You make good money. Fucking.
I got that, you know? And so like I'm looking around, and then there's this restaurant, and it has like a Mexican name, and like it smells good outside. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'm just like really hungry and if it smells good or if it's like good, you know what I mean? But I was just like, okay, like looks a little promising. So I go, they're like, go ahead and seat yourself. I see myself, waitress comes, hands me the menu. Okay. It's a Mexican restaurant. And this should have been the first red flag, but it wasn't. Should have been the first red flag. but half of the breakfast menu is in like are Mexican dishes, and the other half are just completely American dishes, right? Which already
Well,
the
a Mexican
ratio.
restaurant in an airport should have been the red flag. Me personally, but anyways, go ahead.
Fair enough, double fair enough, right? And but I was just like, whatever, it's fine, it's
Yeah.
fine. And I'm looking through the thing. They have like breakfast tacos, fucking just whatever, whatever. And I see that they have huevo rancheros, right?
Yeah.
For those of you, Oscar, go ahead and describe what that
Huevos
dish typically
rancheros.
is. Yeah.
I honestly don't even fucking remember. It's like tortilla, and the tortilla is like fried in oil, and then it's coated in like a chile, like a sauce. But it's like Americans would call it chili sauce, but like that's not the best description. Because it is technically a sauce and it is made with chiles, but it's like a very different flavor profile and than typical American shit. So it's fried in oil, it's coated in sauce, and then you like over easy eggs are placed on top of the tortillas. And then that's basically the main thing. And then it's typically served with like rice and beans or this or that, or like certain types of cheese.
Usually it's fried eggs, but everything else, yes, on point.
Over easy, that's fried eggs. It's the same fucking shit, Sophia.
Nuh-uh.
Over easy and fried eggs are the same thing.
Mm-mm.
I'm not gonna fucking argue. I'm not gonna argue.
Anyways, fried eggs, right? So I look at the thing, I'm like, that looks good, like that.
You're like, ew.
Looks like it'll taste good, right?
Huevos rancheros.
And so I order, and the lady comes, and she's like, what do you want? I'm like, can I get the huevos rancheros? And I point to the dish as I say it. And then she's like, yeah, do you want like avocado, bacon, or like, she said something else, I think like ham with it. I was just like, I'll have avocado, because I like avocado. That sounds like it would like be yummy with it, right? And she was like, okay. So she takes the menu, she goes, and I'm just there. And then the dish comes back, and it's like the actual amount, it's $20. The dish costs $20, and it was like this big. And that's it. And it was a tostada, right? So like, not the craziest thing in the world. It's not the fried, like, it's fine, right? It's a tostada.
Same idea.
And kind of from what I'm seeing like beans and like an egg, right? And I'm just like, where the fuck is the like the sauce, the like the salsa kind of sauce, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm also not seeing the avocado. I added avocado. It's probably just like sandwiched in there, right? Because there are not refried beans, but like beans like there, and I'm like seeing that. So I get my fork, I'm cutting it up, and I eat it. And it's literally just tostadas, the beans, avocado,
flavorless as beans,
and sunny side up eggs.
Probably not even ripe avocado, and I bet the eggs weren't even salted properly.
Didn't even have any like cheese or anything on there. Like didn't like fucking. And I was like, this is
just straight ass.
This is a Mexican dish, but it was so weird. It was like the most Americanized Mexican dish.
Shit you've ever had.
Because not even like people say Taco Bell is like Mexican food, but it's not a Mexican. No, like it was called huevos rancheros. Like they almost they were like so close to having it, yet like not. You know what I mean? I was just like, so I eat it and it's fine. Like it's whatever. It's not bad. Like it's hard to fuck up beans and like. And the avocado was, and you know what I mean? I'm like, it was fine. It just wasn't huevos rancheros, right? So I'm already a little like, but whatever. And then I'm like, can I have
how many times do you have to eat in an airport and have a terrible experience before you stop doing it?
What other time did I have a terrible experience?
When you flew out of Rochester that one time and you bought wings at the restaurant for like $26 and they were
but that was different. I had to eat. No, it wasn't. They were like meh. For $26. They were too expensive for what it was, but I think that's going to be all airport food, generally speaking. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just like, whatever. Can I get the check? She gives me a check. And whenever I travel, I always have, or recently I've been traveling with like a jacket that has like zippers in the pockets. And I like doing that because I fall asleep on the planes. So I leave like my phone and like my wallet in the zippers and I zip it up, right? So I go.
Because Sophia's in constant fear of being robbed and or kidnapped.
I am. And so
I say you are.
And so I reach to like get my wallet, but the zipper's already down. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I put my hand in the pocket and my wallet's not there. And I was like, what the fuck times two? And I was like, okay, don't panic. I've only walked from the TSA to here, and it wasn't like I walked from TSA to my gate to make sure I know where my gate is, and then my gate to here. And all in all, that wasn't like a big distance, and there's like not a lot of people there. I'm like, don't panic. Probably just fell out when you sat in the booth. You know what I mean? Because like, why would it fall out when you're walking? Like, it's fine. So then I started looking around the booth, and then I'm not finding it. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. You probably just put it in your bag. It's in your bag. You had to get through with your wallet, because my wallet had my ID, and I obviously clearly got here, right?
Yeah.
Like, nobody panic. So I opened my bag, and
I'm not panicking. Everybody stay calm. Like the shit in the office.
And so I'm looking through my bag. I'm looking like in the cup holders. I'm looking in like my big pocket. I'm looking in the little pockets in my big pocket. I'm looking everywhere. I can't find my fucking wallet. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. And I'm like, don't fucking panic. I waved down the waitress and I'm like, do you have tap to pay? I can't find my wallet. Like, I think I lost my wallet. And she was just like, oh no. She's like, we don't have tap to pay, but we have online paying. You can try using that. To see if that fucking, it hasn't been working recently, but maybe it'll work this time. I'm like, okay, I tried, doesn't work. I'm like, hey, it's not working. I need to go look for my wallet. Can I maybe leave like my phone or like something that you know that I'm gonna come back for, so you know that I'm not just like dipping, but I need to go fucking find my wallet. And she's like, oh yeah, no. And I don't know if I'm just trustworthy looking, but she was like, you can just like take everything, like, and when you find it, just come back. And I'm like, okay, thank you so much, right? And so like I go and I leave. And I'm freaking out still, and I'm like, fuck, you know what I mean? And I go back to TSA, and I'm like, that has to be where it is. Like, that has to be where I left it, right?
Yeah.
So I go.
You didn't take it out of the thing after it went through the machine.
So I go, and I'm like, and the TSA, like, people are, like, over there, but there's, like, a sign that says, do not cross, like, do not enter back. Yeah. So I'm like, excuse me, and I, like, kind of yell, and he's like, yeah, like, come in. Like, I don't want to yell at you, like, just come in. And I'm like, okay. So then I go. And I'm like, has anyone turned in, like, a black wallet? And at this point, I'm already freaking out inside, but, like, on the outside, I'm not. Because I'm like, you're in public. We're an adult. Stay fucking calm. It's fine. And I'm like, has anyone turned in, like, a black wallet? I lost it. And he was like, no, I didn't do that. I was like, has anyone turned in a black wallet? I lost mine. And he's like, no, like, we don't have anything. And I'm like, are you sure? It's like a little black one. And then I was like, because I'm a girl. So maybe when he thinks of like girl wallet, he's thinking of a girl looking wallet. You're like
visual learner. Like,
I'm like, it's like this big.
Sophia rocks a Ridge wallet. It's like, it's a knockoff, but it's like this big. It has like 12 cards in it and shit.
Yeah. And then he kind of like looks at me like, no, like, and he kind of says it not like mean, but in like a matter of fact way.
Like, bitch, I already told you.
Yeah.
No.
And at that point, I broke. I couldn't hold it in anymore. And I was like, and I could feel my cheeks like getting flushed and my face.
Did you start crying?
I started
crying in the airport. Oh my God. And
I was like,
how embarrassing.
I know. Oh, just wait. And I was like, are you sure? Because I don't have my wallet and I don't know where it is. And I already checked my bag. And like, I just start like, you know what I mean? And at that point,
loser, dude.
He does like a complete 180. Bless his soul. He was just like, and like you could kind of see it on his face. He kind of freaks out for me, or not for me, but maybe in the sense of like, oh shit, this bitch is
He's
crying.
Just like oh fuck, this girl's crying.
Like and he was like, no, okay, where you already checked your bag? And I'm like, I already checked my bag. and then I was like, I've only been here in the restaurant, and it's not in the restaurant, so like I thought I would check here. He's like, okay, which line did you like come through? And then he's like walking me like through it, and I was like, I came through that line. And he's like, okay, let me go ask the woman if he was like, this one or that one. I was like, that one. He's like, okay, well, let me go ask the woman, see, because there was a woman running it, let me see if anyone turned it in there that she just hasn't like gotten back to me for. I'm like, okay. And like I
fucking dickhead couldn't have done that from the beginning.
A little bit, but whatever. And I put my bag, like there's like a bench nearby, and I like opened the big pocket again because I was like, it has to be somewhere, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, and I'm there and I'm just like, fuck, like, and I'm like trying to like get it together, but like I'm already thoroughly freaking the fuck out because like they would have turned it in, you know what I mean? No, it has my fucking ID, it has my cards, you know what I mean? Like,
you freeze your cards, you get a new ID, like.
And
go ahead.
And travel, how am I supposed to fly fucking back to Florida?
Go ahead.
Anyways. And I'm just like, fuck me, right? And I opened the pocket and I'm like looking through it again, and he comes back and I see him come back and he's like, no one turned anything in there. And he's like, and you check your backpack? I'm like, I've checked it. And he was like, is it okay if I run your backpack through the fucking TSA thing again? That's probably going to be the easiest way to find it, just in case,
if it's in there. Yeah.
If it's in there, we'll know for sure instead of taking everything out. And I was just like, okay. And so I hand him my backpack and he points to my luggage, my suitcase, and he's like, is there any chance that it's in there? And I was like, I haven't opened that since last night. Or I haven't opened that since last night. You know what I mean? Because I'm still crying. And he's like, okay. And so he goes and he runs it through and he's like, I think we found it. Tell me why. Tell me why. Out of all the fucking pockets in my fucking backpack, the one pocket that for whatever reason I didn't check, it's in there.
Because you don't know how to check for shit. You fucking child.
I was freaking out, yeah. And he opens it and he's like, is this it? I'm like, oh my God. And I say it to him too. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yes, thank you. I'm like, I know I must look really stupid right now. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, thank you so much. And he's like, no, like that has all of your like stuff. Like, no, like that's important. I would freak out too. And he's like, no.
He was like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna fly back from Florida?
And he was very kind about it after I started crying, you know? And I was like, thank you so much. And then I left and I was like, okay, I need to stop looking like I was crying because I need to go pay for the check. And like, it was in my bag the whole time. It wasn't even actually lost. You know what I mean? So I was like, right? So I'm like there, like, and then I go back and then I was like, I found it. And she was just like, you found it? I was like, yeah. And I was like, here. And I pay and then I leave. So that was my travel stories. That was my morning. And then by the time all of this ended, it was time to board. So.
Nice.
Yeah. But the thing is, and it's so funny because even after like the pocket he pulled it out of, I was like, I genuinely do not remember putting it in there. Truly and honestly, genuinely, I cannot recall. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't know how the fuck it got in there, but it's in there, I guess.
It's weird. That's why I always put shit in the same place. Because I used to have a problem with forgetting. I used to have a problem with forgetting where I left things and then losing them. So then I have like routines and habits that like I always put my phone either here or here or here, and that's it. I don't put it anywhere else. Or like my wallet is always either there or here, and my backpack is always here or there, and then, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But anyways,
and that's why I always just put it in the pocket with the zip. So I don't know why I put it there, but I freaked out.
Okay, well, you had told me to write down Sofia's travel stories on the list of things for us to talk about. But anyways, I have other things to talk about too. When you were at the restaurant and you were like, oh, I was like, can I get the huevos rancheros? And you pointed at the menu. That reminded me of Big O. You know how there's all these videos of like, why are dads all the same? Like dads do all the same stupid shit in public or in certain scenarios. Or like, have you seen the videos of dads in restaurants with their phone flashlight on so they can read the menu? Our dad does that because he's old and blind and he turns the flashlight on if it's too dark and he fucking reads the menu and shit. And then there was another time, this shit was hilarious. We were at the restaurant. I don't remember where we were, but we're ordering this. Can I have this, that, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then they get to my dad and he was like, this. Or I don't even know if he said this, but he was just like, and he just points at it and like holds the menu. And then we all kind of laugh and we're like, he doesn't even fucking say anything. He just points and he goes, he has eyes. He's like, he can read.
He really said he got it. It's fine.
Well, that reminded me because like sometimes Sofia used to do that when we would go to like certain restaurants. If the item wasn't in English, if it was like a quote unquote fancy Italian restaurant or like a Mexican restaurant or this or that, Sofia would be like, can I get that and this and whatever? And then I used to tell her, I'd be like, say it, Sofia. What is it? What the fuck is that? I don't know what that means. And she was like, I'm pointing. And I'm like, what if you're pointing at the wrong thing?
Then I'll get the wrong thing.
Right? It's funny.
No, to be fair, though, the reason why I pointed this time around wasn't because I couldn't say it, but it was because I didn't want to say huevos, rancheros. You know what I mean? So I was like, just in case if you didn't understand what I'm saying.
I also have a story about a Mexican restaurant in an airport. So I went to a Mexican restaurant with Mom when we were flying to Tampa. And so we go and we order, and then we go to like the little...
Don't look at me like that.
Are you done?
You look at the little?
No, we ordered, and then we went to the little area where you wait for your fucking order.
Agree.
Right? So we're there waiting. Mom was like, oh, I gotta go to the restroom. So she goes to the restroom. I'm there waiting for the order. Right?
Okay.
There was a Mexican girl working the register at the restaurant. Cool, fine, dandy. The girl who was bringing the food, like to the pick up here
People
area, whatever,
waiting.
she wasn't Mexican, right?
Okay.
I'm there waiting. She pulls up and she was like, Carlos? And she looks at me like,
you look like a
this
Carlos.
for you? And she's like, Carlos? And I was like, no. And she's like, Carlos? No? And I was like, no, I'm not Carlos. And she was like, oh. And there was no one else really like waiting right there at the area. But she was just kind of like, who the fuck is Carlos then? And she kind of looks around and she's like, Carlos! And she calls and shit. And then whatever, some other Mexican motherfucker comes
Carlos
and
goes and gets it, yeah.
Carlos goes and gets it, that cocksucker. A few minutes later, I'm there waiting for my order. She comes back up with another bag. And she's like, Miguel?
Why are they all fucking Mexican names too?
And she fucking looks at me again like, Miguel. And I was like, no, not me.
She's like, you look like Miguel.
And she again was like, I fucking guess, Miguel? And that motherfucker Miguel comes and picks up the order.
Was he Mexican?
And I told the story wrong. She actually said Miguel first and then Carlos second, but it doesn't matter.
Were they both Mexican?
Yes, they were both fucking Mexicans. They were the two guys that were in front of us in line before we ordered.
Oh my god.
And then finally, a few minutes later, she comes back around and she's like, Oscar? And she doesn't look at me.
She's like, this one's not an Oscar.
She was like, Oscar? And I was like, me? Thank you. Fucking.
She's like,
it was so funny. It was so funny because she's like, are you sure you're not Carlos? She looked at me like, I think come on.
Be Carlos. That's funny.
I was offended. I wasn't offended, but it was hilarious.
That is funny. No, but like, it is like, you're the only one waiting in the waiting area and an order's ready. You know what I mean? Like,
and it is a Mexican name, and I do have a Mexican face. So, I guess I'm not offended.
Were you wearing your red hat?
No. Was I? No. No, I didn't have it on the trip, right?
I don't remember you wearing it, no.
No, I didn't have it. Because I won't put my hats in like my luggage or anything like that, so I would definitely be wearing it.
Back to more Florida topics, I guess. We went to the beach because the only thing I wanted to do for my birthday is chillax at the beach, which we did. It was amazing. Huh? I
don't want to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you because I'm an honorable person. Sofia wanted to go to the beach for her birthday in April. So she calls me up and she was like, hey, are you coming to visit me in April? We're not going to be in Minnesota. We're going to the beach. And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to. And she was like, yeah, because I want to go to the beach because I haven't been to the beach. So we're going to the beach. And I was like, well, I live in LA. So maybe you should just come to LA and then we can go to the beach and then it'll be chilling because the beach. And she was like, nah, the water in LA is too cold in April. And I was like, bro, I was there in November. It wasn't that bad. Chill the fuck out. You're crazy, right? And then she and my mom did a bunch of research. And then they were like, no, we got to go all the way across the fucking country to Florida
to the Gulf
to go to
Mexico.
The beach when Oscar lives in Los Angeles. And then I was like, you guys are so annoying. I don't want to go all the way over there. We went to the beach.
It was an amazing time.
It was cool. Whatever. I got back. I had an event that I had to shoot yesterday at the beach. We did the event. We shot. We were hanging out afterwards. We're chilling in the beach, in the sun, hanging out, whatever.
It's a good time.
And then one of my friends at the event had gone into the water and she came back and we were like, oh, how's the water? And she was like, oh, it's cool, like whatever. And I was like, you know what? Let me go over there. I just got back from Florida. Let me go over there and see if these motherfuckers are crazy and this shit is not too fucking cold. And I wasted my fucking time going all the way to Florida. And I went and I walk up to the water. And I get to the point where like the waves had like gone back and then I walked up and they were going to come hit me.
Yeah.
And don't fuck it. All of a sudden, Sofia nose receded and feels the need to fucking correct my vocabulary when I'm telling a story.
All of a sudden,
Shut up.
Oscar gets so offended by things.
Anyway, no, you've never done that. The roles are usually switched there. I'm there and I'm walking up and I see the wave coming and I'm like, okay, let's see what's up. And then the wave hits me all the way up to like my shins, like halfway up my shins. Bro, that shit felt like a fucking cold plunge. I was like, oh my God, I cannot do this.
I was about to say, you already thought the water in Florida was cold.
I didn't think it was cold. It was chilly.
It was nice.
I was like, holy shit, this shit's cold as fuck. And I was like, I'm not getting in here. I don't know how she just got in here. Like, she went in the whole thing. Like, she was like in the water. And I was like, damn, this is crazy. See you later. Not doing this. And I went back and I was like, fuck. They were right.
Anyways, but it brought up back to Florida Beach. We have some topics to speak about.
No, I have some topics.
And
this is my idea.
And I had an additional idea, which was my idea.
Oh, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Anyways, so this is the question.
There's a question.
I asked Sofia. We didn't discuss it because we decided to leave it for the podcast.
Yeah.
But do you think girls pee in pools as much as guys do?
Pools or beaches?
Bodies of water, you fucking jackass.
No, because I think it does matter. It's different.
I don't think it matters. My question is not about whether or not it matters.
I think the answer is different. That's why I think it matters.
Okay, well then just say it then.
I think guys will pee in pools or in any bodies of water way more than girls will. I think most girls, a good chunk of girls, will pee in the beach.
Oh my God, say what you...
But I think a good chunk of girls won't pee in pools. Like me personally, I wouldn't pee in a pool. But I'd pee in a beach, you know? Because it's you know what I mean? It's just smaller and like fucking there's no waves to like and like take it back into the big ocean, you know, and there's no fishes that pee in there too. Like it's just like no, like that. It just feels more wrong. You know what I mean? Like no, I shouldn't do that.
Do you pee in the shower? Yeah. Ew. Not ew. No, because like, well, hold on. So we started talking about this. I was like, do you think girls pee in pools as much as guys do? And I was like, because I think guys are just more used to peeing in peeing somewhere that isn't a bathroom, right? Because guys growing up, they'll pee in the backyard, they'll pee in the forest, they'll pee on the wall, they'll pee this, that, blah, blah, whatever. I'm like, girls, that's not really as much of a thing. So I think guys are just more comfortable peeing outside of the bathroom than girls are. And I was like, but a girl is just as capable of peeing in a pool as a guy is. So why wouldn't you, right? Or like peeing in the ocean. Girls are just as capable, so why wouldn't you? It's not the same thing as like go pee in the forest. For a guy, that's way easier than for a girl, right? So then I'm like, why not? And so that was the idea. But then I was telling mom about it, and mom was like, no, like it depends. Like a girl that won't poop in public, like a girl that refuses to use a public restroom,
not pee in
that girl's not peeing anywhere other than her bathroom. And I was like, okay, that makes sense, but that's more of like a public thing because there are dudes that won't use public restrooms. Actually, I don't know a single guy that won't pee in a public restroom. Like that's not a thing. There's guys that don't poop in public restrooms, and then there are people that do. So I was just thinking about it. I was just wondering. I think girls do. But then right now, when I was like, do you pee in the shower? Because some people say that's gross, and I kind of don't really understand why. But it is gross if you do it, because you can't like pee away from yourself. You just like pee on your leg.
No,
that's
you
weird.
Just pop a squat.
Not okay. Hold on.
You don't pop a squat. You just kind of like open
just
your legs,
just
and like
stretch out, just fucking
yeah, so it doesn't go one way or the other.
That's so
duh. Dermy.
So
anyways,
that's so fucking lame. Anyways, what do you guys think? If you're a girl and you pee in pools, please comment on this video. You know?
No, yeah, I wouldn't pee in pools. I wouldn't pee in a pool. Like just generally speaking, because it like but I think also I remember when we were younger, and I can't remember what the movie was, but you'll remember. But there was a movie,
Grown Ups, where they pee in the pool and there's the blue
and it's
shit.
blue. Yes, and for a while I was just like, oh my god, all pools do that. I can never pee in a pool. You know what I mean?
I gotta tell you, bro, I've peed in every pool I've ever been in.
Oh my god!
And that blue shit has never happened. I feel like it's a myth. You know,
I've been in every.
Is the blue? Hold on, is that a myth? I've never. Hold on, I've never actually looked into whether or not that's a real thing. The blue dye thing with the pee in the pools. Is that a real thing?
I don't know.
Do we have any evidence anywhere of that being a real thing other than like a movie?
Joodle
but in a movie, obviously, it could be fake. I've never joodled it either.
Jujule it.
Nah, I just gotta roll the dice and just find out, you know?
No, I want to know. I want to know now. So I'm a Jujule it.
No.
I'm a Google.
Do you know what I mean by roll the dice and find out?
Yeah, like see if blue gets around you if you just like
continue peeing in pools.
Yeah, I know. No, I don't pee in pools. I will pee in the ocean, but I will not pee in a pool.
What about a river?
When I pee in the ocean, I gotta like go away from
river?
everyone else, deeper into the ocean, and then go back to the shower.
What about a river?
Yeah, I guess I would pee in a river.
What about a lake?
No.
No, a lake is big as fuck, bro.
Depends how big the lake is, I guess.
When I say a lake, I'm not talking about something like the size of your backyard, bro. I'm talking about like a fucking, like a lake, like for real.
It depends on the size. If it's big enough,
That's
yes.
stupid.
If it's not,
anyways,
no.
What if like you know how there's like lake days, boat days where like they get like little boats on the lake and then they like drag like the little sleds behind them on the rope and you like lay on the sled and then they pull you all fucking fast and shit. If you really had to pee while you're doing that, would you pee?
Like if I really like if I couldn't hold it anymore, yeah. But if I could still hold it, I'd hold it.
Lame. Anyways.
Okay, now Oscar, that's the question Oscar.
Have you ever done that? Been on the lake with the boat and the rope and the little tube thing and you like lay on the tube and they drag you on the fucking boat?
I've been on the banana boat one, but not.
Yeah, no, that's not the same though.
Yeah, no. That's why.
No, you haven't done that? That's crazy. That's
weird. I want to do.
Well, because I did that with Jose and shit.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't there, but I want to do the one.
But I feel like that wasn't the first time I've done it.
I want to do the one where it's like that big, like half inflated thing where you like lay on one end and then someone else jumps and then it like shoots you up in the air into the water. I want to do that. That looks like it's fun.
Yeah, but that to me seems like it requires a certain amount of like coordination to like not land on your face. You know what I mean?
That's all. That's all you need to do. Like, what do you mean it requires more coordination?
The way, like when you're in the air, the things you do with your limbs can affect like whether or not you're spinning or whether or not you rotate or whether you land on your back or your fucking stomach or your feet. Like you have a certain amount of control over that type of shit. You know what I mean?
What you do. Okay, this is what you do.
Oh my God.
You lay. Right? They jump.
Okay, hold on. This is Sophia's advice. If you ever find yourself flying through the air about to fall into a giant body of water, a potentially peeable sized body of water. Go ahead.
You just gotta cannonball it, bruh. Like, if it's like, it's just.
But what if you land on your face? Like upside down, cannonball.
Then you land on your fucking face and you swim back up.
No, that hurts.
Not if you're covering it with your hands.
Bro, you haven't jumped into enough bodies of water from a significant height. That's not the same. That shit hurts. If you like curl up like this and you land on your back on the water, like more directly on your back, that shit'll still hurt.
Well, then you need to stop being a fucking pussy and
no, bro, no, that's not no. That shit hurts. That shit hurts for real. That shit hurts like you can't breathe after that happens. You know what I mean?
Then you just float
depending
up.
on how high you're falling from.
Anyways, no, I want to do that.
Sophia's full of shit.
Here's my part 2 question. Would you ever shit in the beach, in the ocean?
I wasn't ready for that question.
That's the question. While you think on that, I'm going to go get a water.
No,
I'm thirsty.
No, my answer is no.
You thought way too long for that. Your answer not immediately being no, crazy.
Fuck you. You were talking before I could answer.
No, but you still thought about it.
No. My answer is no because I wouldn't be able to wipe. Like I feel like I still gotta have something to wipe with. Like even
what if there was like a really good piece of like seaweed right there?
And no. I would need like a towel, like a rag, like a dish rag, and even under the water, like it'd be wet, but I'd still like wipe a bit, and then like I wouldn't discard the dish rag in the lake because that's littering. But like nobody would touch that after that, you know?
Yeah. I feel like, do you think there would be any guys that would say yes? Do you think
no, we could stop talking about shitting now.
Do you think you could find someone that would say yes?
Oh yeah, for sure. Jose would do it. See, when we went to the lake, Jose was like, no, but Jose was like, yeah, if you got to shit, just get in the water. Like, just get in the water, pull your shirts down, shit. It's no big deal. And I was like, won't be doing that, but good to know. right? If I really, really like, if we were having a
If
lake
you
day, because here's the
really
thing,
had
you
to.
don't understand. I think you're kind of like, I don't know if you haven't seen these lakes, but there are lakes that are
If
literally
you're like
like
in the
fucking
middle of the
enormous,
ocean lake, or not ocean, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you're
a
not
big
by the
ass
shore.
fucking lake.
You're
No,
not by the
like that's
beach
the type of
portion of
shit.
the
When we
lake.
had that lake day, we get out there in the beginning of the day and we head out on the lake and we're there all day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, see,
And I don't
that's
know
different.
about
I
you,
would pee
but I
in the
don't
lake
hold
in that
shits for
point.
more than like 4 hours. It's not my thing, right?
Yeah, I know.
So if it was literally like shit in the lake or shit yourself right here on the boat, I'm a shit in the lake. But you know,
You ain't gonna like
if
it.
it's just if I can still hold it and I'm chilling, then it's like nah, you know.
Yeah. No. What's it called? I think the fact I my immediate answer is no, right? Unless, and this isn't including any like emergencies where it's like, nah, bitch, it's coming. Is it coming like on dry land or in the water? You know what I mean? Like that, this isn't including those scenarios, which is generally speaking, like, no. And I feel like there's a lot more guys that would say yes. Like, I genuinely can't imagine a girl like saying yes. Like, maybe 1 out of 10. You know what I mean?
Bullshit.
Just shitting in the ocean or in the lake?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Bullshit. Girls that here's the thing. You're not a
Mm-mm.
fucking lady, right? But you're not
Exactly, and I'm
as
already
like
saying no.
but you're not as quote unquote manly as girls get. You know what I mean? Like girls that grow up fucking hunting and like in the woods and grow up doing like lake shit, like real fucking like that fucking real conservative fucking shit, right? I feel like those girls will shit in the lake. Cause that's also the type of shit where like to my understanding, you can go on like hunting trips where it's almost like you know how you go camping for a week?
Mm-hmm.
There's nowhere to shit when you really go camping. Like you have to shit out in the wilderness.
You
Or if you
gotta
go
dig a
hunting
hole.
for a few days, you got to go shit out in the wilderness. So like that type of thing, I feel like at that point those girls wouldn't even give a fuck. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever, like just the water, blah blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, we should have a lake day, bro. You should have a lake day. You would love that shit. It's crazy when they're dragging you on the tube and stuff.
I'm having a 4-day weekend, Memorial Day weekend.
That sounds soon, and I will not be joining you.
Me and mom, and I think Celeste. Maybe we'll
Anyways,
have Sorelina's.
what else?
Just kidding.
Oh, you know how the other day you were asking me if I've
Yeah.
ever been to church, and I
Yeah.
was like, yeah,
Oh
and
yeah,
I
I
was
do
like, I
remember
was
them actually.
the chamberlain for my friend's quince,
Yeah.
and then you were like, you ever been to church other than that? And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, and you were like, what? And I was
When?
like, yeah. I was talking to Big O about it, and I was like, yeah, I've been to church, and he was like, when the fuck have you ever been to church? And I was like, my mom used to take us to church on Good Friday, and he was like, oh yeah, she would do that shit. And then I was like, there was like 2 or 3 years that I can remember that we went for Good Friday. And he was like, yeah, no. He's like, you didn't give a fuck about church. It was some bullshit where like if you went for the Good Friday thing, everyone that went, like every family
Got a
that
cake.
went would got a cake. You remember the cake? I don't remember the cake. He was like, every family that went got a cake. So your mom took you guys and your fat ass was excited as fuck to get the cake. You didn't give a fuck about the church or why you were there.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's crazy because I don't even remember ever receiving a cake, but that sounds exactly like something I would do.
It's so funny because I don't remember going, but I can vaguely remember the cake.
That's crazy. That's funny. Why did we get a cake? I don't get it. Anyways.
As a good job for not being a sinner. Cake.
Oh, it's like thanks for believing in Jesus.
Just kidding. Maybe it's just like an incentive. Incentive? Am I saying that right?
You can say big words.
Big words are hard to see. It's to say.
Say.
Even
Obviously.
small words are hard to say. What's it called? It's weird because like I know a lot of big words, but like I know them because I read a lot. But actually saying them and like how they're supposed to sound out loud, I always fuck that part up because usually I just read it in my head. You know.
You know what's crazy? This is crazy to me. Sophia says that if she's reading a book and there's a word in there that she doesn't understand, she does not go and look up the word. She's just like, it kind of seems like maybe it means something like this. And then she just moves on, not knowing what the word means and therefore not knowing what she's reading and not knowing how to pronounce it and like just like.
Because also, okay, you're making it sound like I see the word and like there's a 50-50 chance I know what it means. No, like if I see the word, I don't know what it means. I use my context clues. It's not a 50-50 chance that I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure. Like
I would
like
never give
no.
you 50-50 odds on knowing a word you've never read. I'm concluding you don't know what the word means at all.
Yeah, fuck you. Anyways, I use my context clues, right? What other words they're using, the situation that the characters are in, all of that to understand what the word means. So I don't look it up. The thing is, when I'm reading, I like reading like a lot of fantasy. So when I read, there's a movie playing in my head. Okay? I'm reading, but I'm not seeing words on a page. My head is seeing the characters doing whatever it is that like they're doing
She's
in the book.
hypnotized.
I'm hypnotized, right? That's what I see when I read. So if I stop to Google what it is, I'm officially out of that zone. And like, it's hard to like get back. You know what I mean? Like, no. I'm just in the zone. You know what I mean?
No.
Oh.
Because like you could pause a movie and go take a shit and then come back and play the movie and you're good. You know?
Nah.
Anyways.
Nah.
Crazy.
Well, that's it for today's episode, guys. Hope you like my travel stories. Comment your worst experiences in an airport. And also comment if you would shit in a pool or not. Not a pool, an ocean.
Not in a
the
pool,
beach.
in a natural body of water.
In a natural body of water. Would you shit? If you would, just comment a poop emoji, you know? Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.